This isn't a Batman story. This is about trying to do something that's right and then realizing that that's only a piece of what really makes it right, and then trying to go another step further and understand how these guys came up to do what they did and keep their kids from doing that. And there's so many stories that deserve to be told. So you should be telling this.
I swear to God,
both sides. We're going to do it,
I swear
man.
to God, if 50 Cent and them got this story, it'll shut power down. That BMF, the story about Big Meech, that's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
But man, if they get this, if they get wind, so that's when you said The Wire. This story is our modern day Wire for this generation.
Yeah, for sure.
With this, so when I watch The Wire now, I see how easy and how dumb it was for them to get us on cell phones and pay phones. The technologies that were starting to develop then that surpassed that now, that makes it even better for them to catch criminals.
Yeah.
One white guy walking into a black neighborhood doing what you done, man. Can't nobody, man, this some shit. Man, you gotta respect it, or you can't respect the streets, right? Or you either say, these guys were super duper dumb to let this happen, or this guy had to be one clever motherfucker. Either way, you gonna have people rooting for these guys, people rooting for this guy, which gonna make for a blockbuster story.
Well, hell, man, you know, at the end, I was rooting for him to get less time.
I know.
And the ones that believed me, I actually testified on their behalf for their character, so that they would get less time. Man, I testified. I mean, look, this is a people's story, man.
I want this story, man. I want this. That's why I'm so, man. Long before we met, I was already drawn to your spirit from what you did, the aftermath of what you did. So I'm holding on to this story. I ain't really told nobody, but I know you done it. I tell a few people, nah, man, that white boy that did that, nah, he got that. So I would tell a few people, but for them to know that, man, and not only that, the psychology, the emotional attachment that all plays in a part of that. That's not acting.
No,
that's not pretending.
Yeah. Man,
that's not pretending.
Yeah, I got wrecked over all this for sure.
That's what they don't know, man. But when he said what he said, I said that's the mercy and grace that God looks for. God don't care about our feelings. He don't care about our happiness. He care about our salvation and his glory. Do he get the glory? So for this gangster nigga to say what he said, you heard God's glory. And he don't really talk. He's not a talkative person. Right? So for him to say what he said, man, that's God's glory.
Yeah.
It saved my life.
And that's why it makes me so happy to hear it, because again, I could have been long gone by the time he even said that. But the fact that he said it means there was that's the legacy. It doesn't mean that I changed. It's a circumstance that changed his life, not me personally.
Yeah.
So if my legacy is that I leave in my wake some other success stories, that's what we want. I don't need a story that stars me. I need a story that stars everyone else's success from bottom to top.
If this story is told, if this story can never be told, they're going to see these guys got out of prison and became successful truck drivers. These guys are independent owner operators of their own trucking companies now.
Hell yeah.
One of the guys have written a book. Most of the guys have went into business and is doing extremely well in the box truck business.
Beautiful.
Few of the guys are in the oil fields, taking their mothers on trips finally with legal money, not looking over their shoulders. So a lot of good came out of what we thought was bad.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, and if nothing else, because of what we thought was destroyed, the hope form was created.
Yeah.
If nothing else,
yeah,
the hope form was created.
Man, that's no better way to disrupt that cycle, man, than to catch them at age 5 and just mentor them. You know, these kids that don't have fathers, or that they're in prison, or they've been murdered, or what a great program, man.
I love it, man. So that's where you warmed my heart at, and then to meet you in person and see the spirit of the man. See, to hear about the works and the actions of the man is one thing, but to meet the man and see the spirit of the man was two totally separate things. So I see how you got in and made the connections and bonds. I see how. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I wasn't, like I said in the book, I didn't really change my personality a lot other than I decided I was going to start buying keys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't decide that now, but if I really decided how was I going to do that? So anyway, hey.
And then, man, just the fascinating part that it was just you and one superior. You had no backup.
Well, that's the only way it actually worked, because otherwise, if you get too many people involved, I never would have been allowed to do that.
Yeah.
When you get a phone call 11 o'clock at night, somebody says, man, I'm on my way back from Waco. I got a something. Do you want a something? And I just get up and show up. I can't have time to go set up a bunch of 98 Ford Explorers with a bunch of white dudes and microphones all around the place. I mean, it would have lasted a day. Yeah. But no way it would have worked that way. Yeah. So, you know how that works. You got to show up and do your thing. So anyway, that guy was a blessing.
I damn near want to say I hate you ain't a cop no more. But I think you're a better use over here. Yeah, I think you're a better use over on this side of the street.
I'm quite glad it's over with, man. I'll be honest with you. I got lots of better things to do from here.